Hello, 1301 students. This is another video to replace one of the ones that did not work. And I'll just go ahead and put it in the course in the same link. All right, the other video was on finding articles for your research. This one is on how to cite those articles. Citing those articles just means giving credit for where you got your ideas and some of your information, your supporting information or information for your counter argument. So it's just about, this is where I got it from, giving credit to the authors. Okay, so we're here at folder 4.2, find, evaluate, and cite sources. Now for the evaluation part, you will have information on there. It's a handout, evaluating sources. Please read it because your evaluation should be a part of your commentary or your annotation, your commentary, not your summary, but your commentary. Okay, and so, and this is, we already talked about that. I'm not going to waste time because this video, I'm trying to be brief. Okay, so how to cite your sources. What we're going to do is go into the library because this will help you understand MLA. Now, MLA is just a style. It's just a style. It's a style of giving credit for where you got your information. There's different styles. There's Chicago. There's APA. This one that you have to follow in this course is MLA. Some of you are going to go to colleges. You're going to transfer. This is the transfer division. Some of you are going to transfer to four-year colleges. And in your four-year college, they're going to tell you, I want your citations in APA. It's just a style. It's just a style. Kind of like cursive is a style of writing. Okay, so if you go into the El Centro English Library guide, and this is our guide for our class, there's a lot of MLA help. This right here says how to create an MLA citation, and you can use Noodle tools. So if you click on it, it's going to open up. Okay, it's not letting me click. Okay, well, if you click on it, it will open up for you step-by-step information on how to use Noodle tools. Now, you might like using Noodle tools, you might not. Okay, here's a Noodle tool link. Let's try that. You might want to use Noodle tools. There's so many things to help you do MLA because you hate it. Let me not say that. Maybe you don't hate it. But let me tell you something. If you hate something, other college students hate it. Maybe you don't hate this, but if you hate it, other students hate it also, and they have come up with ways to make it easier. Now, for Noodle tools, you have to sign in, and I honestly do not remember my sign in. I also am not thrilled with Noodle tools, but go in there, go ahead and sign in, and let's see, what is my sign in? I'm not sure, but anyway, go ahead and sign in and see if you like it. Okay, but I'm going to show you some other things that you can use. Oh, let me check that out. Okay, I'm going to show you some other things that will be helpful to you. And instead of Noodle tools, I suggest, although you can use Noodle tools if you want, but I suggest that you use the Purdue Writing Lab. Now, let me just show you one more thing before I show you the Purdue Online Writing Lab. When we go into the library, once we go into the library, we see this databases, that's how you find articles, but we see an MLA citation guide. There's help for you everywhere. And so this is just trying to help you set up your research paper according to MLA. There's no excuse for not doing this right. And that's why you're going to lose a bunch of points if you don't. Because it's almost as if you're just saying, you know, giving it the finger. It's almost as if you're doing that if you don't do it right, because it's as if you don't care. And it will be reflected in your grade. Okay, here are the steps to set up an MLA research paper. And here's how you do a header. You don't have to worry about headers. Ignore all that stuff. Honestly, I don't care about headers. Only thing I care about is from the time you write your title till you end that work cited. That's what I care about. Okay, so I'm not concerned. I'm going to skip over that. MLA in-text citations. This is telling you how to do it. Here's an example. There's only 2 ways to do it in your text. This is telling you how to do it. You do it this way or you do it this way. And the reason you would do it this way is because you are letting the reader know that Evans, on page 214, Evans' article is where you got this information. Here, you're only putting 217 because you already said you got something from Evans. And so the reader knows, since there's no name here, this must still be coming from the same guy, Evans. And so when you write this, we know it came from Evans also, because all you put in was the page number. That's MLA style. Here's your works cited page. Your works cited page should look just like, oh, they're giving you just examples. A journal article with no DOI, a newspaper article, and honestly, don't worry about the DOI. Newspaper article, magazine article, reference source, and image, which you all did when you did your advertisement. This is how you cite an image on your works cited page. There's examples of works cited pages. Here's MLA examples, works cited and in-text citations. And so you can click on this and it gives you examples. Just what all you're doing is copying, make yours look like theirs. Okay, so is it a article? Most of you guys are going to use articles from academic journals. How should it look? This is how. This is how it should look. If a library database, that's where you're going to get most of your stuff. I suggest you just get everything from a library database. Why make it complicated? This is how it should look. The title, the author's name, a comma after his last name, a period, quotation marks over of the title, a period, italics. If you don't use italics, you're going to lose points. You're just flushing points down the toilet because you would not click and drag, highlight, and click the I for italics. There's nothing difficult about that. You have to add italics. And then because it has a volume, you put a comma, volume 109. If you don't have a volume, you don't have that. Comma, you will have that though if you're using a library database. Number 2, all that information. And this is also in italics where it came from. And the DOI. Now, don't worry about the DOI because I'm going to show you, as I said, if you hate it, believe me, somebody else hates it and they have made it easy for you. Okay, you guys, when you did class in the classroom, all you did was copy and paste that citation, which is cool. It's cool. And a lot of you copied and pasted your image citation for your advertisement in essay number 2. That's cool. I honestly, only thing I care about is do not have a shading letting me know you copied it. You have to figure out how to get rid of that shading. So if you have a highlight over it, you have to get rid of that. Okay, so this is information on citations. Now, I want you to take a look at something else that is extremely, I believe, extremely helpful. And I just don't know why you should have to suffer, bleed, and die over this. Okay, when you go back into the library and you choose a database, and you pull up an article. Let's go to Explorer just to see, because, and remember, my topic before was texting and writing. So let's just put in texting and writing in Explorer. I clicked on Explorer. Let's try texting and writing. Let's just have writing because I don't want the word skills. And then let's see what comes up. And as they come up, this is an academic journal. Okay, text ease in academic writing. I like that. Let's see what the date is. Oh, June 2019. So it's recent. I'm going to click on it. Let's say I want to use it because it works. I read the abstract and this would work. And so what I'm going to do is, oh, unfortunately, this just says detailed record. And I don't want a detailed record. I want the whole thing, but we're not going to worry about that now. This is what we're going to worry about. Look over here, students. It says cite. Cite? Well, that's what I have to do. I have to cite it on my works cited page. And first, that's what you have to do for essay number 4. But you guys have to do it 3 times in essay number 3. So this might help. Let's click on it. Cite. Oh, sorry, y'all. Let's click it again. Cite. Look. A, B, and T. Well, that's not my style. AMA, APA. No, that's not my style. Chicago, Harvard. No, no. MLA. I'm sorry for screaming. There's MLA. What? Do you mean it's right there for me to copy? And I'm telling you what, if you highlight and press copy, be sure there's no shading. If there's shading, guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to sit down and copy it. But guess what? That's not so hard. You can still just copy what you have there, put it right there in your essay number 3. So this is how I would get all of my citations, and they would be perfect, and I would have an A. Okay, let's take a look as we end this video. I'm trying to end it. Okay, let's take a look at an annotated bibliography example. Look, annotated bibliography centered at the top. Double space. Look how that's double space. Double space. This is the citation. Maybe this student copied it straight from the library database. All the library database help you cite. Then the student is writing his summary. There's a summary telling you what the article is about. Don't copy the abstract. Don't copy the abstract. Read it and write it in your own words. Then the student has his comment or her, who is this? We don't know. His or her commentary. They indented. Look how short the commentary is. Commentary can be short. Don't get all wordy. This took a page. One of your sources should take about a page. This is one. Here's the second one. Double space. That's the citation. They got it from, went into that library database. That's why it's perfect. I remember in graduate school, my professor saying, perfect, your citations are perfect. And I simply got them the way I'm telling you to get them. Okay, but I will be just as happy and I will say perfect and give you an A. I love to give out A's. I hope I give out a lot of them. Okay, for your essay number 3, there's the summary, there's the commentary, and here's the last one, perfectly cited, summary, commentary, very short commentaries. I would like it to be a tad longer, just a tad, not very long. All right, so students, that is how you cite your sources. The works cited page, I just want to go show you one more important thing, which is the Purdue Writing Lab. Let me click on that. And I want you to go in there. It is found, let's see, where do you find this? Because there's no sense in showing you if I don't show you how to get there. Well, let me just tell you, you can Google this. You can simply Google Purdue Online Writing Lab. But let's see, Purdue OWL. Scrolling. There it is. Well, that's close, but that's not the exact citation. I'm having trouble finding where I got that from. There. This is an MLA paper sample. It's from OWL Purdue. Once you get there, you'll be able to find it. I think it's probably in our course. It may be in our course. But let's go back to the Purdue Writing Lab. Okay, so when you get here, just click the Online Writing Lab. And when you get there, go to what you need, which is the MLA guide, how to cite your sources, so it can help you. And here you find the formatting style guide. MLA is just a style. And this is an automatic citation. If you plug in the journal article, you plug in, search the article that you have right there and click cite, and they'll cite it for you. They'll cite it for you. All you need is the article title, and they'll cite it. They'll find it and cite it. Also, this shows you just how to format your paper, just how it should look. And this will help you for essay number 4, not so much for the your bibliography, but your works cited page is so important. Here's the works cited page. Periodicals. I suggest you use all periodicals. You're only doing 4. Just use all periodicals and make it easy. Okay, and again, we're back here. This is telling you exactly how to cite. Just in case you don't want them to do it automatically, they're telling you how to do it. I just wanted to quickly find the works cited page. Just what it should look like, an example of a works cited page. There it is, a sample works cited page. This is what yours must look like. Works cited, double space, no single space. Look at this. This is called the hanging indent. And I put on the announcements how to do a hanging indent. If you don't do a hanging indent, you're just throwing toilet. I'm sorry, toilet. I'm mixing my metaphors. You're flushing points down the toilet. You're throwing points in the street because they're going to go away because it's too easy and it means you don't care. Okay, so you have to do it. You have to do your hanging indent. Believe me, I'm not sure why this is that way. This doesn't have a hanging indent. Oh, because this one is short. This one is one line. The only ones that need a hanging indent is if they're 2 lines. Okay, let me stop this video. I didn't want it to be this long. I'm so sorry. All right, so please get all the points that are due you. Get an A. I'm looking forward to giving out a bunch of A's on essay number 3.